time. Another week. ZTGD Radio. This is episode 754 for July 10th, 2023. On the show this week, we have Anthony.
Hello.
And we got the Wombat.
Yes, sir.
And that's it. Everybody else was like, nah, we ain't showing up today.
That's right.
Oh,
Everybody
goodness.
knows.
What's that?
Said everybody knows at this point. Just don't show up.
I mean, what else they got to do? Nothing
No
else
good
important.
will
It's not like the listeners are showing up.
That's not true. I had tons of tweets and emails and stuff. What are you talking about? Not tons.
5 years ago.
No, I have emails.
Before I started.
I have emails and tweets today.
Because I was the one that was sending tweets in.
Listen, you can't bring everybody who sends tweets onto the show because then you don't have anybody that listens. Oh shit. All right. I hope y'all played something because I've been in a funk. So.
I
I played something.
Okay.
I have played something.
That's good. We'll start with you, Anthony, because I'm in a funk.
So I played some more Pikmin after writing my review because I know the games. It is weird that like it's not full Wii motion control. I guess because the pointer doesn't really exist. You'd have to. I don't know. It's very odd. But I if the choice is playing on a Switch in widescreen, which I guess the original games did not. I looked it up. I thought they were one of those ones, but it's like I think Star Fox and like F-Zero were like the two standouts where I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, those ones definitely do. But yeah, no, Pikmin.
Nintendo
those games are still fun.
Those are GameCube. Those were GameCube games, right?
Yeah,
1 and 2 were.
Nintendo didn't do a widescreen game on the GameCube.
Yeah, they did.
No, because Star Fox and F-Zero were Sega and Namco.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah.
But Nintendo didn't develop an in-house widescreen game, which is crazy.
Battalion Wars isn't theirs?
Battalion Wars was developed by somebody else, I thought. Or maybe I'm wrong about it. Is Battalion Wars widescrreen? I booted it up the other day.
Yeah.
It's not widescreen on mine.
It might be one of those you have to set the option to it.
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh no, the developer was Kuju London. Nintendo published it.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
Shit.
Nintendo never developed.
What a weird. Yeah, because Super Mario Strikers was technically not. They weren't part of Nintendo yet officially. What a weird fucking thing for you not to be part of.
Yeah.
Star Fox Adventures.
All
like their properties, but not. Wow, I did not notice that. That's such a weird fucking thing. Yeah, like even Eternal Darkness, which is technically a Nintendo property. Like, what the fuck is this? I've never noticed this, man. This is cursed fucking knowledge.
This is what happens when you spend too much time playing video games.
Hold on. I have one more that.
Oh, he's got to check. He's got to fact check.
I'm fact checking a game. No, I'm wrong. Okay. It was Geist. I was like, is Geist them? No, Geist was N-Space.
Yep, that was a separate developer. Yep.
All right, well, anyways, yeah, so Pikmin doesn't have that. So they did a really good job of making it work. I think my biggest criticism on the text was the ground textures that were clearly photos that they had used, but they don't have the original texture map. So they had to use the bit crushed version. That sucks. But in other remasters, I did play Ghost Trick for a review, and good God, that game plays a lot better than I remember. I did not like the DS setup because the DS setup had your timer on the top screen, so you could do all the stuff movement-wise, but I felt like it worked better on the analog stick of just kind of pushing in the direction I wanted to go. Even though, it was direct touch control. I never really liked that as much. It's a beautiful game because it's all really stylized polygons, and the 2D artwork clearly was kept in high res at Capcom, and it looks fantastic. I finished a game called Raging Loop, which technically it's a visual novel. if you go to Steam right now, it's got overwhelmingly positive reviews, which is, I think, the second highest you can have. Yeah, because I think third is mostly positive. Anyways, the thing that blows my mind is that game is awful. Like, I do not know how it has overwhelmingly positive reviews. It is a visual novel with like only it's essentially a Goosebumps choose your own adventure book. It is not a visual novel where like I kind of read up on it because I was like, is this what visual novels are? But like, no. Ace Attorney is considered a visual novel. You know, I was looking at like Steins Gate, like how that game plays, and it's still more interactive because you choose when to look at your phone and stuff. So I was like, oh, okay, so this game is just kind of really basic in the visual novel world.
The
like,
basic
not that they're
bitch.
well, it's just there's ones that have more game to it, and then there's things like Raging Loop. And I picked Raging Loop up because I really liked Nocia, which is they're both based off of the party game Werewolf. So I was like, well, I really like Nocia. I'll like Raging Loop. And Raging Loop starts off a little rough, and I was like, okay. And then I started getting into it, and I'm like, okay, cool. It's like a paranormal thing. And then spoilers, I guess, for Raging Loop, a game I suggest you don't play. It does a thing that I hate in all media. Like, it's going paranormal, and then it decides, oh no, we're going to explain this away as human intervention.
As nanomachines?
Nanomachines at least fit into the bullshit of the world already. Right? Like, they never try to explain away nanomachines. So that's your magic. In a game where it's like, oh no, all the supernatural stuff is not happening. And then they're like, actually, some of it was supernatural. I hate that shit. I hate that shit in every, like, movies or whatever. Like, that is, you couldn't make a decision on what you wanted to do, so you did all of it. It's awful. It's an awful, awful design. And fucking Raging Loop just leans right into that. It does not know what it wants to be. It does some really... There's a really good twist in this game that, like, narratively, I have not seen done anywhere else. But it is not worth the however long it took me to read all of it, to get to that point, because all the other twists around that section are so fucking bad. It's weird. I feel like I'm coming on here and complaining about a book. That's how much of a not a game this is. But, like, it is interesting, right? You go back to a certain point in time, repeating your steps with new information that you got when you made a different choice and then died, but you keep your memories and return back to a specific point in time. I'm like, that's kind of neat. I kind of like that. And that's okay if it was a straight narrative. But again, it starts doing this stuff where it's like, it doesn't know if it wants to be science fiction, I guess, or like horror mystery rather than like horror supernatural. Like, okay, choose one. But no, like, the fog is both supernatural and caused by this other tribe. And actually the wolves that you meet are the other tribe, but technically no, the god that they are following or pretending to be actually exists too. And it's like, that doesn't work. And then there's a bunch of stuff that, like, doesn't work because it's been translated from Japanese, because there's just certain things that don't work when you bring it to another language, because it doesn't sound the same or it doesn't look the same. Like, fuck, I can't think of one off the top of my head, but wordplay is usually, you know what I mean, like, hard to translate. Well, this game fucking relies on it, and they try to start explaining kanji to you, and you're just like, this is a fucking lore dump. I'm sitting here, I got it. I got that this is all, you can just say, like, oh, all the names are this. I can read out the English one, and it kind of make sense of how, like, you explain enough. You don't have to break down how kanji works, but they do, and it's not a fun sequence.
There's always those games where they try to over-explain it to you like you're stupid.
The beginning of this game gave me vibes of I've never read the books. I've read parts of the books that people put online, but 50 Shades of Grey. The way the character narrates to themselves in their head is one of the most irritating things. And this game started off like that and then ditched it. And I was like, okay, cool. I maybe judged this book too wrong, or this book. See, I called it a book. This game too much. No, I should have backed out then, because like everything that got better was only there to make everything much, much worse. I'm very irritated by the ending of a story, because it just is this fucking waste of time. And my biggest upset when anybody suggests a game that I think is actually legitimately terrible is seeing positive reviews for it. Raging Loop now joins anyone that recommends Disaster Report 4 to people. Like, you're not a nice person. Don't do that to people. Bad games. But what's not a bad game is I played some Diablo 3 for the first time.
Yeah!
Yeah, and then Drew jumped into my game Friday night and just dropped a ton of fucking loot for me, and then like power leveled me through the beginning.
That's weird. I was surprised he didn't just... Well, I guess he could just drop it in the game, but like there's a mailbox people can send you shit to.
No, he like took me through to the first dungeon and got me the crown, essentially.
Oh, yeah, the Skeleton King?
Yeah, he's like, I'll let you fight the boss, and the boss aggroed to him, so he's like, oh, too bad, alright.
Yeah, fucking... I don't know how many times I fought that Skeleton King. Like, I've played through that game probably 6 or 7 times.
I could see myself doing it as every character. I did start up a, is it Wizard?
Yeah, there's the Wizard in this one, yep.
Yeah. I couldn't remember if it was Wizard or Sorcerer, so that's the reason why I asked.
Sorcerer's Diablo 4, that's what I ran in Diablo 4.
So I started up as the Wizard, and I really liked how different it felt to play that character. Mm-hmm. So I could see myself going through and trying every character.
Yeah, Demon Hunter.
I didn't realize
Demon Hunter was my jam in that game.
I didn't realize, and I was kind of surprised when I was talking to Drew, that I guess this is for everybody that doesn't know Diablo as well, they're linear stories.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that.
Yep.
I thought it was more freeform, but I don't want to say open world, but sort of less guided. Not a complaint, just a surprise. The other one was I didn't realize that all the Diablo games take place within a very short period of time. Most of the time, like, your that fantasy story, you know, you get over thousands of years or whatever, and it's like, no, like,
yeah, there's recurring characters, in each of the games.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was that type of game. I guess I just kind of expected it to be more, in hindsight, like World of Warcraft, just not an MMO. Like, kind of, you go and pick quests or whatever and stuff, and was expecting years of lore, and just wasn't that. I was like, okay, whatever.
Have you played World of Warcraft?
No, but like I have
World of Warcraft is pretty lore heavy as well.
Oh no, I knew
that.
I knew that they have a ton of lore. I mean, also because like it's based off of the Warcraft games, or is that before Warcraft? No, it's after, right?
It's after, yeah.
Yeah. So I knew that, but I just meant more like you go and get quests. I guess that was kind of the thing I was surprised with, because the same company, so that's the reason why I was like expecting that, I guess. But yeah, no, I'm enjoying it. I enjoy the amount of destruction. The only thing that throws me off is I can't rotate the camera. For some reason, my brain says I should be able to do that.
Yeah, Diablo's never done that. It's always stuck to one perspective.
But metric.
Yeah.
But I can't tell you a game that I'm thinking of that allows me to do that either. So I don't know why it's.
There's only a few that do that, and they do that because it allows them to build a static world. so you can't flip it around.
No, I'm just trying to think of sort of games that like you can rotate from that angle.
There's not a lot.
I can't think. Yeah, I can't think of any game that I've played that allowed me to do that I would expect to do it here. That's the reason why I'm like, I don't know where that thought comes from, but my brain just keeps expecting it.
Yeah, most isometric games are like that, and generally, they're one of the reasons they get made isometric is so they can lock the camera like that.
Yeah.
I mean, with that level of detail, because I can see a lot of stuff going on in the world, I'm totally fine with them locking the camera.
It's crazy. Did you know that everything you're playing is randomly generated?
You're going to have to explain that to me, because I don't fully understand what you're saying.
Every time you load into a world, it just generates it based on tiles. It's not bespoke. Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yep. It's not bespoke.
Okay, that's okay. So I wasn't. Okay, so that probably is part of. Was that the case in Diablo 2 as well?
I don't know Diablo 2. Ryan might know the answer to that.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think so, but I don't remember.
Because that might explain why I thought it was more freeform as well. I probably knew that like the dungeons were, but for some reason I didn't even think about it while I was playing the game. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's kind of crazy how good that looks.
Yeah, it's like when somebody told me that, I was like, "You're lying. This is not randomly generated." It absolutely is.
That would explain why going through today felt very different than Friday.
Yeah, it's a different layout, different enemies, different everything. Yep.
Son of a bitch! Didn't even realize. All right, well, now I will go in not kind of like knowing where. I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna be the same as last time. I have a vague idea of where to go.
No.
And okay. Huh. All right. I feel dumb for not noticing, but
it's hard to tell. Like when you play it, it feels very crafted, and it's just their algorithm is just very good.
Huh. That actually bothers me. That bothers me that I didn't know. Like on some weird level, I feel like I've just got a magic trick done and didn't realize.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Holy shit. Okay, well that's it from me. Like I haven't played much else. Oh, I did play a bit of can't remember if I did it. I talked about it last time I was on. I did play a bit of Sonic Origins, like the actual
they sent me the upgrade code for that, and like it's kind of cool, but like those Game Gear games, like yeah.
Oh well, depending on the one you play,
yeah.
If you play Sonic or Sonic 2, those are pretty good. You play Sonic Blast, you're in for a bad fucking time.
That first Sonic Racing is terrible.
Drift, yeah, Drift is not a good game. It's a bad racing game, which is saying something.
Yeah, it took them like 4 generations to get a good Sonic racing game.
I like Sonic R.
Oh my god, it plays so bad.
It plays bad, but it feels right for that game, I guess.
Yeah, but when you're rolling off the map on every turn.
I'm not saying it's a great game I would recommend to most people, but if you really want to play some weird video games, like that is on the higher tier of weird video games.
Visually, it's one of the most impressive Saturn games. It
does some stuff, that you shouldn't be able to do on the Saturn. I like Sonic Riders. The second and the third one's really bad because it's a Kinect game, but like the second game, or the first game, I should say, is so fucking good. It's so difficult, but it's like once you nail that difficulty curve, you are fucking in for a great racing game because you're managing like your gas basically, which is air, and
most of my gas is air too.
Yeah, when you're drifting around corners, you have to watch that because drifting uses that air up. So I really like that game. But I know what you're saying. Like Sonic All Stars Racing is the first
It's the first one that hit, and it's like the first one that actually, man, like I'm not gonna lie, that thing rivaled Mario Kart until 8. That game was so good.
I mean, I still think I like the setup for as a single player game for Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed more than Mario Kart.
There's some great fucking tracks in Transformed.
Like, give me
fucking Afterburner aircraft carrier is so good.
I'm just a big fan of mission modes in kart racers, which like Mario Kart's done once, and I thought it was great, and then they've never done it again.
Yeah.
But anyways, I actually was playing the just the Sonic games, the one that's like the anniversary mode that goes through all the games one by one.
Yeah, with the cutscenes and all that, it's pretty good.
Yeah. It's nice to feel like I'm playing a good version of Sonic again instead of like a leggy piece of shit. And it's so crisp looking too. Like they've done a lot of work to make it widescreen and everything. And speaking of Sonic, I actually put together that Lego Ideas set last night. God damn, that was a lot of fun. And I'm gonna be buying all those Lego sets when they come out later this year.
Lord. Those things are so expensive.
Dude, yeah, that Lego Ideas set was $100.
Jesus Christ.
Canadian, so probably 80 American, but
now I know why my parents yelled at me when I'd ask for Lego sets as a kid.
Dude, that set they could have easily done something else. Instead, they make it so like they could have just screen printed the the checkerboard pattern that's on the ground in the first Sonic games.
Yeah.
Yep. They actually make you redo that with bricks, like small little bricks, rather than just printing out a tile that just has that pattern on it. And it felt so satisfying. Like it was there's some really neat stuff in that.
I think there would be a really good market for like Lego to build some like iconic 8-bit, like an 8-bit Mario, and you put it together, like cheap ones, like an 8-bit Mega Man, 8-bit Sonic.
Well, yeah, I do like that the new Sonic. Well, that's because somebody else did those for a while, and I don't remember that company's name. Pixel Bricks or something like that. They had like Mega Man, and I think they had a Sonic one as well. But I personally just don't understand why they don't have. It's like some of these people just want the figures. So like, just sell the pack of the figures and make a ton of money. But then they can't get you to buy the big set for
they
one
make a lot more
right?
money selling you a whole bunch of big sets.
Yeah, no shit.
But that's the reason why I kind of bought this, to be honest with you, is because now I have the Sonic Lego Dimensions. That's what started my downward spiral into owning all the Lego Dimension sets. But he's based off of the new Sonic with the green eyes and everything, and this was based off of the original Sonic. And I was like, well, I want that. And I bought it, and what a great little set to put together. Boy, there was a lot of choking hazards in there. Like, just the smallest bricks. So, I mean, they got me. They got me to buy a set for a figure, I suppose.
Oh, that works.
But, that's it for me with video game stuff. So.
All right. I'll move on to the Wombat.
All right. Yeah, it'll be relatively quick for me, because... I guess so. I guess I have a little more to talk about than I thought I did. I played some more MLB The Show 23, which I'm still enjoying, and that's just kind of when I need something to do to kind of turn my brain off for a little bit. It's an easy game to play without having to invest too much mental capacity. I played, because I don't think I hadn't played it yet when we talked last week. I played the Final Fantasy 16 demo. And so I am not a Final Fantasy person. I've established that, I think, over the course of this podcast. I haven't played any of the Final Fantasies through to completion other than Mystic Quest, although I did play most of 6, but I've never finished it. That game is kind of my jam. Like I'm probably going to pick that up later this month when I'm on a break from Diablo and looking for something to play before um, Starfield comes out. So I really enjoyed what I played of the demo. I thought the story was pretty good, which is good because there's a lot of it. I enjoyed the combat. I liked the sort of Panzer Dragoon section of the game. I thought that was fun too. So yeah, I really enjoyed the demo. I'm looking forward to trying that game out later this year. I may or may not wait until later in the year because I'm toying with the idea of replaying Spider-Man before the new game comes out, and just sort of mainlining it, not doing the side quests and stuff, just sort of mainlining through the remastered version of Spider-Man because I've never gone back through the remastered version, and I kind of, as weird as this sounds, in my head, need to connect the new Peter Parker between the old game and the new game. I know it sounds silly, but it really has. It's really quite a disconnect for me. So the new facial model. So I feel like I need to go back through the first game and connect some of those story beats with the new Peter Parker. So there's some, so that it's congruent in my mind.
I still hate the new face.
I do too, and I understand why they did it, but I still wish they wouldn't have. So yeah, but he looks too young. The new face looks way too young. The old face was perfect for sort of college-aged Peter Parker who'd been Spider-Man for a while,
and who doesn't sleep because he does Spider-Man and
right,
his normal life. Yeah,
right.
He looked perfectly tired with life, but still with the slightest hint of hope.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, I'll play through it again probably just to get my head connected. But if I mainline it, it shouldn't take me all that long to get through. Yeah, and then so mostly what I've been playing is Diablo 4. I'm doing my classic cleaning up a whole bunch of side quests and stuff, which I probably shouldn't be doing because I still haven't beat the game. I'm on Act 4, which is I think the last act, but
I thought there
haven't.
were 6.
Oh, maybe there is. I don't know. Either way, I haven't finished it yet. So I really probably need to do that. I'm level 47. And I've also been trying to clean up the world a bit before the season starts. Just trying to finish like all the renown and stuff like that in each of the areas, at least the renown that I can on World State 2 or World Tier 2. It's a lot easier to clean that stuff up now that I have a mount. So I've just been running around and trying to clean some of those things up and find the altars to Lilith that unlock the sort of permanent stat boost for every character on the realm. I do still wish the game didn't have the aggressive level scaling that it has, but I am enjoying it. So I would probably be enjoying it more if every time I went back to clean up stuff in an older area, all the enemies just immediately died by my hand.
It's so weird. Like I booted it up yesterday because I was like, maybe I'll dive back in because I literally just finished Act 1. And like I looked at all my side quest tab and like every side quest was level 20.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what's the point of the level then?
Yeah. I mean, really, the only good that the levels do for you is give you attribute points so that you can invest in different skills and stuff. It doesn't put you a tier above anything that you're fighting. You just got to you just get more basically skills and attributes at your disposal that you can wreck stuff or try to wreck stuff with. So yeah, I'm not a super huge fan of that, but I am enjoying the game nevertheless. So I'll finish it at least, and I'll probably play at least the first season to see how it goes and see if I'm interested in playing more. I need to get back to Tears of the Kingdom eventually. I haven't played that in a while, so I need to get back to that eventually, but it just hasn't really been on the menu recently. So, yeah, and other than tinkering around in Retrobat and trying to clean up some lists, that's really it.
Yeah.
So my wife loves jigsaw puzzles. That's like her thing. And I told her, I'm like, this curation stuff is like my jigsaw puzzle. It's just a nice little thing to keep me distracted when I don't have either the time or the mental capacity to actually sit down and play a game. But I want to do something game adjacent. It's kind of my little puzzle to figure out.
It's like if you still had your games on a shelf, taking them out and reorganizing them.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've been tinkering with that as well, and like setting up really cool things. Like within that back end system, you can set it up to like if you have like a save state, you can make it show you the list of your save states when you select the game instead of having to do the hotkey to load it. And that was like a game changer for me. Like whenever you just click, like you can see the like little save icon next to the game name, and when you hit the A button, it like shows you the saves of where you were, and you just pick one, and it just loads you right to that point.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I was like, God damn, that's brilliant. But yeah, I spent way too much time digging through that stuff and playing around, and I fell down a rabbit hole this week of you can take your 360 games and install them to a USB drive, like from your actual system, and then load them into Retrobat / Batocera, whatever. And I did that and actually got it to work, and I was like, that's crazy. Like, I didn't, you don't have to download anything, you just install it to the USB drive, plug it in, and copy the file. It's crazy.
You can do that when you say from your system, what system do you mean?
The 360.
You can install, or you can rip games on the 360?
Yeah.
To a USB drive?
Yeah, you just plug a USB drive in, it'll format it, you put in a disk or whatever, or like if you have a downloaded game, you just copy it to that USB drive and then take it to your computer, and your computer will read that drive, and you can just pull those files right out.
Like the process you're talking about, Ken, is the one that they eventually added to like rip a disk to your system so it loads faster?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yep, you can literally
By the
just
way,
take
everybody,
that
doesn't make loading any faster in Sonic 06. That game's still bad too, but I mean...
Oh yeah, the loading that it gave... Truthfully, we didn't install it to make it load faster. We did it so that we didn't have to hear the drive going...
Right.
Oh, but anyway, yeah, those are the rabbit holes I fall down. And I'm still curating as well. Like, I've noticed like a bunch of my files I have dupes in, and like I'm trying to figure out which ones to get rid of and all of that stuff. And
yeah, and I realized it took me way longer than I care to admit to realize that Retrobat tells you what has a little flag for the country of origin of what you're looking at.
Yep.
And it took me way too long to realize that little flag was there because I was going through scrapes and looking at file names and stuff. And it's like, oh, I don't need to do that.
Nope.
I just need to look at the little flag that tells me what country it's from.
Yeah, and some of them are mislabeled, and all you have to do is go into the metadata and change it from like, what was it, like BR to like US, and yeah. I spend way too much time doing that shit. Like I loaded the Amiga games, and because the file names had _ Amiga at the end, it wasn't scraping them. So I sat down at my computer and renamed all the Amiga files.
Yeah, there's a couple systems I need to do that with because they just don't load.
Yeah,
so
they don't scrape properly. And also, like, when you realize your BIOS files are in all caps and Retrobat won't read it if it's all caps.
Fun times.
Oh, man, I love that shit. I've spent probably 10 hours doing that shit this week. It's crazy. But that's because I've just been in a funk. So I'm still, kind of plugging away at Final Fantasy 16. I do like it more. Like, the boss battles are pretty epic. And some of the story stuff has been interesting. I still find the side quests and a lot of the in between stuff to be really just kind of a drag and boring, and I still don't like most of the characters. So I'm still chugging along at it, but we'll see. I finally got around to doing my review of the Ray Crisis HD collection or whatever they call it. So this is a new collection, and this is an Anthony problem. So this collection digitally has Ray Storm, Ray Crisis, and Ray Force, which were the first 3 arcade games. But Strictly Limited has a physical version that contains the 4th game, and you cannot get that digitally.
You can't get that digitally right now.
Yes.
Because, and this is, I know I repeat myself a lot, and I apologize, but for fuck's sakes, like, this is the one more than anything, more than me having to pay more in Canadian. Like, these fucking people get the license to these old games and then hold back giving you the full product, so you hopefully double dip. It's awful. That's such a fuck you move. God damn, I hate that.
Yep. Yeah, I would it really pissed me off when I was going through it and realizing that the 4th game was included in the physical disc, but it's not included in the digital version. And what's funny, so they released the games initially, Ray Storm and Ray Crisis HD, as like separate games. This collection includes those, both arcade versions and the arcade version of Ray Force. So there's like 5 total games on here, but it's still missing 1. So there will be another collection that has that other game, plus all 5 of these. And it's just like, come on, man. Like, this is why we run Retrobat. It's because of bullshit like this.
In and Strictly Limited are the only people that fucking do this. Like, I've had problems, like, we've made fun of limited run games for, not getting you your product until a year later. But they don't hold back games from digital storefronts.
No.
Like, limited run doesn't do that. I think there was that one game that Devolver put out. There was like, you had to buy the physical version to be able to play it, and that was that's Special Reserve Games. God, there's too many of these fucking companies. And then Strictly Limited, they do this always. They have some sort of collection, and then you get a lesser product on store shelves everywhere through in, and then later on they put the super limited physical only version on digital storefronts, hoping that you spend another $60. Fucked up.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. Like, when I was doing the research with this review, I was like, that's just crap. That's just some straight crap. But those games are still good if you like kind of like that style of neon, vertical shooters. They're still really fun to play. And I remember playing those on the PlayStation, loving them a lot. So they're still really good games. Speaking of old games, I also played Enclave HD. And I mean, that is that game, and it's funny to go back to these older games and realize that, like, at that time, they had not quite mastered the third-person control scheme, and combat feels really funky. Like that third-person Morrowind combat where you're, like, just, flailing your sword around and kind of hitting shit and kind of not hitting shit. And...
Yep.
Yeah, and it moves way too fast. Like, this game is just... It's like when it was built, they expected it to be, low res 30 frames per second. When you bump it up to like 60 and super high res, your character's just flying all over the place. It's crazy. What else did I play? I spent most of my time doing the retro stuff, and then unfortunately I dove back into my abusive relationship with Overwatch and played a couple days, and I cannot believe that game is still as bad as it is. And I can't believe that I'm still playing it. I'm trying not to. But man, 7 years is a hard habit to break.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, how this gets better. I hate to tell you this.
It's so depressing to get into a game and just be like so one-sided. It's just so depressing because like, man, when I have a good game, there is nothing better. Like there is literally nothing better. Like the way it plays, the way the teams, collaborate, and the way the matches play out, and like when it hits, it is the best gaming experience I've ever had. But my God, that is only 10 to 15% of the time. And it's just like
yeah, I like a game. I like a match where it is like super close.
Yeah, like those games are so fun.
Like even what is it? Push? Yeah, Push with the robot. Even when you're clearly dominating, the team that just like gets right in your spawn and can hold you off so you don't ever get that complete win, like that's even a good time on either side, because you at least know that you can take them. It's just strategizing properly. And then those matches where the other team just fucking rolls over you, it's like, and it's not that much fun to roll over a team either.
No, it's not.
It only becomes fun because you've been fucking crushed by teams previously, so you finally get like a chance to do that. But otherwise, like, I don't know, it's not fun to fight against people that don't know the game as well as you. But
yeah, it sucks, and unfortunately, I keep trying for that dopamine hit. So like when I get rolled,
ain't coming.
I know. I get rolled, and I'm like, all right, I'll play one more, and this is gonna be a good game. And then it's not.
And then they take you out back.
Yeah. It sucks so bad, man. It's just and this season is so disappointing. Like I'm not really driving towards anything. I wanted the Reinhardt skin, but it's level 70, and I don't know that I'm gonna hit it. And when I say that, you realize how ridiculous that is, because I've literally maxed every battle pass up through season 4.
Yeah.
And I am not even close. I just hit 40 yesterday after, what is this, like week 6 of this battle pass?
Maybe. I mean,
yeah. Like it's been a long time. Like there's only 30 days left in the season. And I'm only at level 40. So.
Yeah, I mean, I bailed after having a pissy, or I don't think it's fair to call pissy in hindsight, but that night that I was really angry that it had screwed me over, and I know I've said that before, it's just, like, there's so much wrong with that game, and that type of shit bothers me. Like, oh, you're focusing on this? Great. How about, making this game fun, instead of banning me because your servers suck?
I don't understand how their matchmaking's still that bad, but I did play the last 2 days, and I kind of got that itch again, and I just wonder how long it's going to take for me to get just frustrated with it to the point where I don't want to play. Like, it happened twice yesterday. Like, I think I played 10 games and lost 8. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to play anymore. And then, like, super late last night, I was like, oh, man, I'm having an itch. I want to play. And I did hop on, and I did win more than I lost, but it was still like, this isn't the fun I was looking for. So I don't know, man. It's depressing. I've put so much into that game, and it's not bringing it. It's not delivering for me. So I don't know. I need to go back to Tears of the Kingdom, so I'll just forget about Overwatch, because that's really what made me forget Overwatch was the 150 hours I sank into Tears of the Kingdom. And I still have a few shrines left to go. I could finish that up and start a new project in that game. Because that game is still so fucking good. And maybe that can tie me over till, big boys in September, because Starfield and Mortal Kombat are both in September.
I was about to ask, who are the big boys?
Starfield and Mortal Kombat, man.
Yeah. I don't know why I keep expecting Starfield. I'm not playing it, so it's one of those. I don't really pay attention, but like I keep picturing it coming out in November.
Oh yeah, no, it's September.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Good lord.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
So maybe I just need to tie over till those, like, can Zelda last? Of course, Zelda can last me that long. I need to get back into a groove of that game. That's what I need to do. All right. Speaking of new releases, what is out this week? We've got Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5. Got Common Hood, Rain World and Rain World Downpour, The Valiant, Dead Man's Diary, Mordhau, Z Horizon, Ed Zero Zombie Uprising. That's the game from the Earth Defense Force dudes, the roguelike game. That's what that is.
Oh, hold on. Sorry, what is this called?
Ed-Zero Zombie Uprising. A game that won't last you into the next... Exoprimal is out this week. Terrence is not here to defend it, but that game is out this week.
Yeah,
Words of Wisdom is the...
I looked up Common Hood, because what a weird title that is. It looks like it's a community building and economy management game.
Okay.
It's very unique looking. I'm not sure what the goal of it is, but yeah.
All right. PlayStation 5, a couple different titles. We got the Grey Hill Incident Abducted Edition, Atlar Marie Remake, The Alchemist of Salberg, Dyschronia, Chronos Alternate Episode 3, Gravity Circuit, Naraka Blade Point making its way over to PlayStation 5. This was so depressing, but Operation Wolf returns. First mission VR. So Operation Wolf was a great game. And I get why they're bringing it back in VR, because it makes sense. But it's depressing because I can't play it.
I don't... Oh, okay. I was like, I don't know Operation Wolf. And then as soon as I saw the screenshots, I'm like, I have actually seen this game. I just never heard the name of it.
Yeah, Operation Wolf was
a
a great
game. I
game.
guess it does make sense that it's in VR.
Yeah.
Also, boy, Edo, Zombie Uprising. I think that's how you're supposed to say it. Yeah, that is my type of fucking garbage.
Yeah, it's a roguelike.
Yeah, but I mean, it looks janky and dumb, and that's kind of my shit.
I mean, it's made by the Earth Defense Force guys, so it makes sense.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that.
PlayStation 4, Xbox One. I don't really see anything on here that I didn't see in the other one.
Is Edo coming to that too?
No. It is only next gen according to these lists I'm looking at.
It probably looks like a PS2 game still.
Oh, it absolutely does. But here's the big question: is it coming to Switch? Let's take a look at Switch.
Yeah, if it's coming to Switch, I'll be fucking having that Switch catch on fire to play it. Actually, it looks pretty good. I can't say it looks like a PS2 game anymore.
All right. Nintendo Switch games this week. We've got Colormitation. A weird name. Toad Domination. Get it? Toad Domination. Five Nights at Freddy's, Security Breach, Death or Treat, Earth X.
Death or Treat.
Death or Treat. What's it called?
Okay.
Oxenfree 2, Lost Signals. Car Detailing.
What was the name of the first one?
Colormitation. Mitation. M-I-T-A-T-I-O-N. Colormitation. That's just... I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Weird name.
Imitation, yeah. That's a real fucking winner of a name. Jesus. I don't even know what it is. I'm still looking at it. I'm just trying to figure what the hell it is to have a name like that. God damn it. Nothing wants to describe it. Just pictures of shit that I can't understand.
Jesus
about,
Christ.
Text.
There's a lot of those games this week. Chaos Galaxy, Crafting Block World, Magic Dungeons Adventure, Elder Sisters Love Training,
Oh, Lord.
Football Cup 2023. Manic Mechanics. That's a good name. Needy Princess Nerd Club.
Oh my god. All these games are a nerd club.
What is this?
I don't know. It's called Needy Princess Nerd Club. Risky Woods, which is a Cubite Classics game. Robot Versus. Sacred Zedonga Defense.
Zedonga.
Zedonga. That's what is this name, man. That's how. Strike Team Gladius. Toho New World. Unsold. Crime O'Clock. Aeroblast Waifu Dating Sim. Farm Together. Master Detectives Archives Raincode Mysteriful Limited Edition. That's a mouthful.
That was definitely words.
Raceboat Simulator 3D Stunt Racing Driving Ship in Ocean.
That's great.
All right.
Big fan of that.
Subway Simulator Underground Train Ride Station Ultimate Driving Games. What the fuck are these games?
It's no quality control whatsoever.
No.
And then the last game is Ultra Goodness.
Ultra Goodness.
All one word, by the way. Ultra Goodness.
I bet that game sucks hard.
Oh, I bet it does.
I looked up that awful Needy Princess Nerd Club. It's about a girl who joins a club full of nerdy boys so she can receive attention from them.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with people?
Dude, it looks so fucking bad.
I mean, what do you expect?
I mean, just... the art is awful.
Of course it is. You think they need good art for a game like that?
Here's the thing, though. Oh, no, definitely. I don't know if it's any like that weird... Oh, no, and then I just moved to a different picture. I'm like, never mind.
Christ. Alright, I'm gonna do some news.
Motherfuckers.
Because you fucking people... I mean, we joke about this, but like so many people, like... I mean, you've seen it, like the statues and shit online, and... Man... Gamers still be horny. It's crazy.
The fucking... the Shaco Tifa. The fucking words.
I can't.
Like, how do you fucking display that? Anywhere.
I mean, have you seen some of these dudes? Like,
I mean, I know they don't have. I know they don't have people coming over, but still.
Like, how do you explain?
How do you wake up? How do you wake up and accept that in your life?
I mean, they probably got a poster of it on the ceiling when they wake up, you know?
It's just, there's levels, and shit like that just kind of... yeah. Fuck.
I think we broke him.
Scary.
Right. News. Tetris 99 X Pikmin 4 from July 7th to July 11th.
Okay.
Super Mario Brothers movie will be coming to Peacock on August 3rd. So if you haven't had a chance to watch it yet, you can watch it on Peacock.
It's good.
It is very good. It's very good. It's very fun. I need to watch it a second time to catch all the Easter eggs. That's what I need to do. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pack Wave 5 dropping July 12th. This is the next to last pack. There's only this one and one more.
I was going to ask if we know what's in it yet. Do we know what's in it yet?
We do. Let me look it up. Mario Kart 8 Wave 5.
4 more flavors of Rainbow Road.
IGN probably got it. Let's click that. Google's amazing. Of course they don't. Oh wait, here we go. Be $24.99. Blah 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 blah. Returning courses include Athens Dash from Mario Kart Tour, Daisy Cruiser from Mario Kart Double Dash, and Moonview Highway from Mario Kart Wii. In the Feather Cup. Why is this? Isn't there 4 tracks per cup?
I think so.
Okay, are included in the way for as is the entirely new bathroom-inspired track called Squeaky Clean Sprint.
I like when they do new courses.
The final 4 courses making up the new Cherry Cup are Los Angeles Laps from Mario Kart Tour, Sunset Wilds from Mario Kart Super Circuit, Koopa Cave from Mario Kart Wii, and Vancouver Velocity from Mario Kart Tour.
I also like the tour stages because I've never played them.
Yeah,
they feel like actual new stages because I haven't played them either. So.
And then playable characters include PD Piranha, Wiggler, and Comic.
Gotcha.
Alongside other
Comic finally gets to be a racer after being removed from Mario Kart 64.
Yeah. So
sounds like a pretty good pack.
Yep. Mario Kart 8's gonna end up being like the GOAT. No doubt.
I mean, at this point, it's like I don't even know what they're gonna do when they make a Mario Kart 9.
Yeah, like whatever you do, that's almost like what are they gonna do with the next Smash Brothers? Like, how do you top that?
Right.
Reboot, remove most of the characters. Guys, we're just going back to the basics for the hardcore
that's a Mortal
fans.
Kombat ass thing to do, right?
I was gonna say they're gonna make more. They're gonna make Mario Kart 1 and Super Smash Brothers 1. Wait.
Yeah.
All right. Rise of the Ronin details were leaked this week. It's a mix of Assassin's Creed, Dark Souls, and Ghost of Tsushima. I don't know why you need to put all of that in there.
And that sounds like a Ryan game right
there.
Yeah,
that's your jam. Ubisoft style side quest. Yep, that's your jam. Item descriptions used for more lore. Oh, for fuck's sake.
That's also my jam.
Yeah. So I didn't know this game existed until right now.
Rise of the Ronin
doesn't exist yet. It was a big part of that presentation a couple years ago.
Yeah, it's exclusive.
I don't remember it then.
PS5 is Tecmo. It's Omega Force, right?
No, it's Team Ninja.
Boost.
Oh, Team Ninja. That's right. I always get those two confused, like back and forth.
If it's anything like Dark Souls, it's Team Ninja.
Didn't Omega Force? No. Did Omega Force
Nope.
do Wolong?
I don't remember.
Who did Wolong? Because Wolong's like Dark Souls.
Wolong is like Dark Souls. That is true.
Wolong Fallen Dynasty.
I beat that first boss in Wolong and never went back to it.
Nope, that's Team Ninja too. Okay. There you go. Also, skill and technique trees, planned romance options. And planned...
Hopefully it's a girl that enters the nerd club.
I mean, you're playing a Souls game. You got a lifetime.
You're already in the
nerd
club.
The nerd club. It's planned for Q1 2024.
Okay.
Yeah, Helldivers 2.
I'm 100% in on that game. So.
Yeah, that sounds like a USU game. That's
yeah.
Helldivers 2 combat details: preparing your gear before landing on the planet. You can all call in airstrikes. Your squad can use different playstyles. Still confirmed for 2023.
I've never played the original.
Me neither.
What's the Game Pass games for July? All right. 6 more games coming to Game Pass July 2023. We got Grand Theft Auto 5, The Cave, finally. Common Hood, which is that game we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
There it is.
Hey, you know what? That's a place to check it out. It has mixed reviews on Steam, but I'm sure there's a bunch of people that would probably dig it. So, Game Pass is kind of the perfect place for it to go.
Exoprimal, McPixel 3, Tectonica, and Insurgency.
Every time somebody
Sandstorm.
says McPixel, I automatically assume it's like one of those McDonald's games.
Oh, dude.
You know what? I thought that was too.
Who the
What
fuck is
it?
that?
Y'all talking
What
about?
the fuck?
Yeah, what
I
the
know.
shit is this?
Yo, you know what? You know what's crazy is when I came in, I was like, man, I wish we had on the soundboard. Here comes a new challenger. Like I was legit go play. Oh, but I made it. Hey guys, I made it. I'm here. How you doing?
Welcome here. Yeah, and then Sword and Fairy together and Insurgency Sandstorm. Those are your the new Game Pass games. Yeah, I saw this thing floating around and I wanted to bitch slap this dude. Former Rare character designer Stephen Mayles and composer Grant Kirkhope don't think there's an audience for a new Banjo-Kazooie game.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
Motherfucker, there is.
Like,
yes,
I mean, it was very quiet.
Yeah, there is an audience, but like, if I don't know, like, what do people want from a new Banjo-Kazooie game?
I want a really awesome platformer on the Xbox, like Psychonauts 2.
Right, but like, I think most people are going to realize very quickly that like, no, Banjo-Kazooie has to really change. But then if they change too much, then people are going to be upset, and like, I just, maybe that's the reason why.
Just make a fucking Banjo 3.
Was Nuts and Bolts not good? Because I'll be honest,
I like Nuts and Bolts.
It's a good game, but it's not Banjo. That's the thing.
That's my thing. Like,
because I never played.
To me, Banjo-Kazooie has no character. Their game is just a collectathon. They have character, but you know what I mean? Like, it's
I know
not
what
like,
you mean, yeah.
whoa, that can only be done by Banjo and Kazooie.
Yeah, I got you.
Banjo-Kazooie
Kind of like
great.
Perfect Dark in that.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
I mean, Perfect Dark I only like because the lore was
I
more
like
interesting.
saying that as much for Anthony's benefit as anything else.
I know. I'm not saying like, yeah, Perfect Dark could have been. It's the lore, man. You have to understand. Like, the story is really fucking cool. I don't give it. At the end of the day, the shooting, like, it's fine. There's a gun that shoots through walls. It's neat.
Oh, I love those games.
But I just don't. But anyways, I'm just saying. Like, I don't know if that's part of the reason why they're saying that. Because like Nuts and Bolts did flop, but like at the time, nobody really wanted 3D platformers either. So.
Yeah.
Not like a collectathon like Super Mario 64 or Banjo-Kazooie.
And I'm so sorry because y'all be like, this nigga done came and just derailed the whole fucking show. He's about to be out of here by 1:15. I'm sorry. Banjo-Kazooie, because I never, like the third one, or the Nuts and Bolts, I never got past like the opening level, like because you're supposed to build a cart or something, and the building thing just frustrated me to no end, and I was like, nope, I'm cool. So like, was the building? Is it cool? Like, does it?
I like.
Was I overthinking it? Is it okay? But it's not like Zelda.
Works on a 3D grid, so it's all blocks, which. Comparing it to like the new Zelda game, like I prefer having the blocks because I don't know how many fucking times I've put like a fan to a flat board only for it to kind of grab the wrong spot, so the fan on the other side isn't even with it, and that causes a curve when it starts moving.
Yeah.
Banjo-Kazooie can't have that because it's all grid based, so it's always kind of like bolted onto another piece.
Then you got motherfuckers out there building Mecha Godzilla.
Yeah.
God bless those people.
There is a trick.
Wow.
There's a trick to getting like stuff where it needs to be, but man, I fucking can't nail it all the time.
All right. Xbox and Bethesda will be joining Gamescom. When and if Microsoft buys Activision, is it really going to be called Xbox and Bethesda and Activision?
Yes.
Maybe.
I think it'll have to be because the deal is going to be similar to what they got with Bethesda. So Activision's still going to function as their own thing. So yeah, unless they come up with some sort of witty acronym for them or something. But yeah,
XBA.
Actually, yeah,
Bethesda
that works.
Activiz.
Bethesda Box Division.
Okay, that's a lot. What the?
think I just had a stroke. It'll be fine. ID at Xbox Demo Fest from July 11th through the 17th. Played demos from 40 ID at Xbox games, including Demon School, Lies of P, Sea of Stars, The Wandering Village, Wordless, and more. There's also a showcase on IGN on July 11th.
That's cool. I like the id Fest stuff. We normally see some pretty good stuff from them. The independents.
New releases: The Settlers, New Allies, July 4th on Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, and Luna? Okay.
Hey, everybody, Luna exists still.
Right.
What? Tsukahime, A Piece of Blue Glass Moon is getting an English localization in 2024, coming to PS4 and Switch.
Hold on. What? Can you repeat that for me? I wasn't ready to type.
It's Tsukahime.
Tsukahime, A Piece of Blue Glass Moon.
Yeah. So
I want to know how, on a scale of 1 to 10, how horny this fucking game is.
I mean, this
finally coming over, guys. Mm-hmm.
It is finally coming over.
Oh man! Unlike the original, there's only 2 routes to choose from: Moon Princess or Rainbow in the Night.
Rainbow in the night. Any chance you can do Dio, you gotta do Dio.
Yeah, you gotta do it. Yeah, you have to.
Neptunia games. We got Neptunia Game Maker R Evolution coming 2024 to PlayStation and Nintendo Switch.
Does it use the Game Maker to make a better game than Neptunia?
Well, there's also Neptunia Sisters vs. Sisters coming to Xbox in 2024.
Oh shit! You gotta get those Japanese devs on board.
That's right.
Starring Tia and Tamara Mowry.
That's what we all were begging for with more Japanese Xbox games, is Neptunia.
Anthony, I'm glad somebody laughed at that.
No, I laughed. My thing was muted.
All right.
Oh, sister.
Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash coming to Xbox.
That sounds like a Gambus Khan game right there.
Jujutsu
Oh my god, my
Kaisen.
kids are hyped for that because the season 2 of that anime just started. Like, they are hyped for that game.
Oh, this is the thing, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a pretty good show. I watched like half of the first season. It's pretty good anime.
Disney Speedstorm is leaving early access on September 28th as free-to-play title. Game will be available on Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, already out on PC.
And mobile. And that it's beating Dreamlight Village, which is supposed to be free-to-play too, but it's still, you have to pay. And they haven't even announced when it's going to go free-to-play.
Jesus Christ. Naraka Blade Point, as we mentioned earlier, making its way to PS5. July 13th. River City Rival Showdown coming October 12th on PlayStation, Switch, and PC.
Hey, that game is really good. I played that on 3DS. If you like Yakuza games, this is a 2D version of that, essentially.
Rush.
I like the River City game.
What's it called again?
River City Rival Showdown.
Okay.
Rashid is joining Street Fighter 6 on July 24th.
Man, did you see his trailer? He looks cold. I probably won't play as him, but man.
Pixel Junk Eden 2 coming to PlayStation and PC. It's already out on Switch. Here's a weird one, man. Taito's Laserdisc Game Collection launching December 14th on the Switch in Japan. Man, those Laserdisc games from Taito are wild.
Do I know any of them? Like,
I'm trying to think of the names of them.
Was Time Gal one of them?
It might have been. Time Gal's probably the most popular because it was out on Sega CD.
Yeah, that's the only reason why. Hold on, I'm just gonna look up what games are on it.
I've got the press release for this.
Time Gal HD. Hey,
there you go.
Space Battleship Yamato. Okay, I do know that one. I do not know Revenge of the Ninja.
I know Revenge of the Ninja. Yeah.
What, Revenge of the Ninja?
It was like those Dragon Slayer style games, and it's anime. It's
Oh, was it anime?
yeah, it's
Okay.
anime. It's 100% anime.
The name of it is Revenge of the Ninja, and you had to ask if it was anime.
I mean,
That's
it
like
could
the
have
most
been like
anime-sounding title I've
No,
ever
I didn't
heard
know
in
if
my
it was
life.
live action or not.
What about American Ninja, Ryan? Those great movies from the 80s.
Listen, if they bring back
Wow.
Michael Dudikoff in a game, I'm going to be there day one.
I mean, how do you not?
But if it's the Sasha Mitchell American Ninja, no wait, that was Kickboxer.
That was Kickboxer, yeah.
Yeah.
How do you not succeed in the 80s with a name like Michael Dudikoff?
That's right.
Oh yeah,
Shit.
for sure.
All right, Diablo 4 Season 1, Season of the Malignant, launches July 20th. They're going to name the seasons. Jesus Christ, like that tweet we saw about Diablo that did not have words in it.
Yeah, I still don't understand what that means.
I need to read that.
Wait,
That's not that
can
far
someone-
up, is it?
What?
What the fuck are you talking about?
What is that?
They announced or there was an article on IGN about something currency related for Diablo 4. And I posted it in the Discord the other day.
I got it. Here we go.
Okay.
Diablo 4's Helltide events now let you earn rare uniques from tortured gift chests. Rumor has it that future patches will let you foment pain shards by transmorphing wound imps into malfeasance tokens instead of having to distress your own affliction coins.
Yeah, what the hell does any of that mean?
First of all, props to you for being able to read all of this.
I'm level 48
all right,
in this
so-
game, and I don't know what any of that means.
So that has to be the mobile game, right?
It's not.
It's Diablo 4.
It's Diablo 4. I'm gonna tell you because y'all haven't gotten here yet. So the Helltide, Ryan, you'll see once you beat the game. Once you go into the Nightmare difficulty, it unlocks Helltide stuff. And what it is an area of the map, some random area will turn red. And for like 15, 20 minutes, that area will have monsters that have that drop iridescent shards or whatever it was that you said in there. It drops those shards that you use to unlock those chests, which you use to get those uniques and different stuff. So it's just another place where you can farm gear. But the fact that that article mentions like 15 different currencies, that's the most. Like, wow. But the Helltide thing is not the crazy part. It's just all the currencies that they're talking about.
I can't tell you how angry I am after hearing you speak.
Oh, wow. Damn.
Holy fuck. All those things were so awful sounding.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, see, and that's the thing about Diablo 4. And I think I said this in my review. It does so much stuff that it starts to feel like one of those mobile games because there's different currencies, different events, stuff that pops up, randomly that's on timers. There's so much stuff going on with it. And it's like, well, damn. Like,
this is how I feel when people start talking about the end of Destiny and they have to talk about light levels and then all this other fucking currency shit.
Yeah,
and
the light levels.
Yeah, my brain just starts to get angry and frustrated over the shit.
As it should.
You just need enough, silver coins but you need 14 golds, and don't forget you have to fight this boss 17 times in hopes for a drop that's exclusive there because it's the only currency that you can get from him.
Anthony, did you work on this game?
Right, because that's definitely a Diablo thing. There's
played
something you can only get for world bosses.
I played fucking Borderlands, so I know enough.
Oh yeah, there you go.
All right.
There's.
I got your next release date. You thought it was impressive. I read this. This is a title. This is a title of a game. Mon, you defeat monsters and gain strong weapons and armor. You may be defeats, but don't give up. Become stronger. I believe there will be a day when heroes defeat the king.
Ooh.
Nigga, you lying.
Nope.
That's a short story. How is that a title?
He's not kidding. Mon, you defeat monsters and gain strong weapons and armor. You may be defeated, but don't give up. Become stronger. I believe there will be a day when the hero defeats the Devil King is actually a fucking game from Axis. Fuck you. Fuck everybody.
Is it a Switch game? Oh god, it's coming on PlayStation 5 too. That is when your game title won't fit on the box, like you got to put like a fold up thing, like you can fold out for the rest of it. That's a problem. Like, what are we doing?
Yep.
That's a Fiona Apple ass fucking title.
That's a good reference.
All right.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's coming on September 21st to PlayStation 5, Switch, and PC.
All right, I am looking at it. This game does not deserve that many fucking words.
Imagine the wikis that have to like put that game name in there.
Oh god!
Imagine being the poor sap that has to review this and have to. They demand every fucking.
Dude,
time
your
you
word
mention the
count
name.
will be through the roof every time you mention the game.
I think that's how
fair.
you write that review. Actually, we just
They're gonna be like,
treat it like it's
a
an
Tribe
essay.
Called Quest. You got to say the whole thing.
That's right. You have to say the whole thing.
Delays. Ark Survival Ascended is delayed to October 2023. Launches in early access for $44.99 with a $5 launch discount. Full release in 2024.
It's just a joke at this point, anyway.
I don't know if y'all read the 272-page long PDF from Sega about their information from the 90s about the Sony stuff. About how they were going to beat PlayStation and all that. There's some interesting shit.
That $2.99 really fucking shot them in the dick, huh?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Those are interesting to read because, like, the confidence of Sega at the time, they're like, we're killing it in Japan.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Sega Japan and Sega America were really shit at wanting to do the same thing.
Yeah. Square Enix
Terrence,
cancels. Go ahead.
Terrence, now you've made me want to make a game and call it People's Instinctive Travels in the Paths of Rhythm, so that people have to read the entire thing.
Just make
They
it a
gotta
say the
visual
whole
novel.
thing.
It'll be fine. Square Enix has canceled Just Cause Mobile. The game was announced in 2020 and launched in early access in 2021 in some markets, but will never get a full launch.
I don't even remember
Okay.
this being announced.
I don't either. CyberConnect 2 establishes a new studio in Osaka, which is expected to open in spring of 2024. In April, CyberConnect 2 announced the closure of its Montreal-based studio at the end of July.
I didn't even know they had a Montreal studio. Until they closed it.
Team 17 will publish Lichtoon's next game, the people who made Lich Spear. The first part of a 3-part Overwatch 2 animated miniseries launched on YouTube this week. It's 5 minutes.
Was it good?
I didn't watch it.
Dag. Okay, that's surprising. All right.
I'm losing it, man. I don't care. Toby Fox says that the work on the last area before Deltarune Chapter 3 is fully playable. A few other people are already working on the next chapters. He said chapters 3, 4, and 5 will release at the same time.
Huh. Alright then.
Assassin's Creed Black Flag rumored remake in development.
So dumb. Just make a new fucking...
I don't...
Use that, but then don't, make a new world, and then fucking release that instead of...
Yeah, as I think Terrence and I both agree that if they're going to remake an Assassin's Creed at this point, it should be the first one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I agree. But I mean, what's their stupid fucking the Skull and Bones? Fuck, that's what they should do. Is
yeah.
just really remaster
Well,
it.
the word is that the remake is being worked on by the same people. I think the Skull and Bone
yeah.
people.
Which makes no sense. Like, why?
Fucking laugh from Ken.
They're just giving up on that game, man.
Right.
It's just-
When you guys are getting like wood and stuff,
There it
you can
is.
come off the ship.
The most appropriate use of that soundbite since we've
Most
uploaded
definitely.
the soundbite.
Oh shit! Sorry. All right. Capcom had a shareholder Q&A. They see potential in AR/VR. They're considering how Monster Hunter Toraware no Paruma, Sengoku Basara, and Onimusha could reach a bigger audience. I never even heard of those middle two.
Listen, all I'm saying is shut the fuck up about AR and VR and see the potential in Mega Man.
Oh wait,
That's what
I'm not
saying.
done. I'm not done. He's in here. Pragmata delays are to reach the quality standard, and finally,
Of whatever the fuck that game is.
yeah, nobody
Right.
knows. New Mega Man game when they have a solid concept and they are considering more ports.
Man, shut the fuck up. Here's the solid concept. Make a Mega Man game.
I said the same thing on Twitter. Like somebody
You
said,
got like 1,500 possible concepts.
like I saw that tweet and I just retweeted and said, I don't know, make fucking 12. That's a good idea.
Yeah, like
Just look around the room,
Make
pick
another
some random
X game.
items.
make Mega Man Legends 3.
I got a stapler here. Let's make Stapler Man.
I don't
Sure,
know. So like I was playing Mega Man.
USB-C man.
No, don't make C-Man. I was playing Mega Man Powered Up the other day.
Yeah.
Boy, that's a problematic character design on Oil Man.
On Oil Man, yeah, it's problematic for sure.
Holy!
Ooh,
That's-
Oil man.
Oh, we got to
Yeah.
show him the pictures.
Go ahead and look it up. It's you're gonna be
yeah,
unhappy.
I'm waiting for the reaction.
hold on. Hold on.
Guys, that is the censored version, too.
Here you go, Terrence. I put it in the chat.
Yeah, that's the Japanese version. Where he's got the pink lips still.
The fuck? Hey,
Yeah,
so that's a Mega Man villain?
yeah.
Wow, they real life made it, called him Oil Man, and just made that nigga with wow.
Yeah.
I can't believe you've never seen that.
Okay, I want to note that they realized there was enough of a problem, so they made his lips yellow.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I
They
see.
altered
Yeah,
it.
I see. Yeah, I do see that it is. But that, bruh, and nobody said nothing. They was like, man, this is a great Mega Man.
Yeah.
Oh, people said something.
They definitely said a
I
few
totally
things.
missed it. Oh, I missed it. Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
that's wild.
Yeah. Whew. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Sad news. Creative director at Ubisoft's Beyond Good and Evil 2 has passed away. Emile Morel. He died at the age of 40.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh,
That was
Wait.
a crazy transition from Oil Man to that.
Yeah.
I don't know how you even would transition from racist ass Oil Man to.
It's just the order of things in the list I'm reading. I can't help where they land.
No, you're good. I swear to God, I never have seen this character Oil. That is why. When did this come out? What year?
It was a PSP game. So
Yeah, it would have been 2003,
early
2004.
2000s? Yeah. Okay.
20 years ago. Wow, fuck.
Man. All right.
You know,
All right.
2006.
Okay.
So,
That's still almost 20
wild.
years.
yeah, I know, but like 20 years ago.
Long
man.
enough,
Like-
short enough time ago that they should have known better.
Oh damn! Yeah,
I
for
mean,
sure.
Yeah, they should have known better. They should have. But,
It just Mega Man
I was
Powered Up
like, listen.
has way too
listen.
much in common with my Prime Minister.
oh, Jesus.
Oh man.
All right, anyway, Yuji Naka has been found guilty of insider trading and gets a $1.2 million fine and 30 months in prison.
Nice. That's messed.
We don't have to say allegedly any longer. He's been convicted.
No, he
now.
did it. Guilty.
Got to go fast.
Yeah.
to jail.
Go straight to jail.
Well,
That's what you
fast
gotta do.
They took all his rings away when they checked him in.
Dr. Eggman is the fucking prison guard. That's what's happening.
I picture as the sentence is being handed down, it's the music when Sonic's about to drown.
Just that face.
Oh, NBA 2K24 is coming to everything and will support crossplay between Series X and PS5. That's happening with 2 sports games this year. Madden's doing it too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Which
Awesome.
is awesome, I guess. Yeah. Definitely,
About
that's
fucking
awesome.
time.
You know what? I didn't expect to see Kobe. I mean, when I thought about it, it made sense because
Kobe.
it was 24. But I didn't expect to see him as the cover athlete because I could have sworn year before last.
It was.
it year before last?
They had a Kobe edition.
Yeah.
A couple years ago.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a surprise.
I mean, Jordan was like a
cool.
addition forever. So
Yeah.
True. Yeah,
So I will say, and I'm probably the only one that this bothered, but if you look at the cover photo that they posted, right? It was the easiest, and not to make a sports pun here, it was the easiest layup of all time to post a picture of Kobe Bryant on the cover of NBA 2K24 where he's wearing the fucking number 24.
Oh, wow.
And not the number 8.
Yeah, I see it.
What was the story behind the number change? Did it have something to do with the lawsuit or something?
No, I can't remember why he changed numbers, honestly. I don't remember why.
Either. Did it have something to do with I think it did have something to do with the whole his Colorado debacle, didn't it? Wasn't it after that?
That's what I thought. I heard that it was like he changed it because of that or something. I don't know.
Where he had an affair with that girl or whatever.
Yeah.
It's saying that was 20 years ago.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. And he's saying this. Google's saying he did it during the 2006-07 season. So that doesn't really line up.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess.
Here I'm looking right now. It was reported that he would change his number from 8 to 24 at the start of the 06-07 season. First high school number was 24 before he switched to 33. Said on TNT that he wanted 24 as a rookie, but it was unavailable because it was worn by George McLeod. And 33 was also unavailable because obviously that was retired for Kareem. Said that the reason he ended up with 8 in the first place because he wore 143 at the Adidas camp, and so he added those numbers up to get 8. So it sounds like he just always wanted to be number 24 and couldn't get it.
So I'm looking at it because he said it was a growth from being number 8, but Kevin Garnett says that it's because it's one more number than Michael Jordan's jersey.
That symbolism wouldn't surprise me either.
Yeah, I could see that. But you're absolutely right. Going back to the original thing, that's the easiest thing in the world. Like, why wouldn't you put the number 8 on there?
It seems like the whole reason they're doing him as the cover athlete is because it's 24.
24. Yeah, it is.
So why would you not put a picture on the cover where he's wearing number 24? Maybe they'll change that. Maybe this is just a promotional picture and they'll change it before it comes out. But
some social media guy got fired. What happened?
Probably. It's like, you had one job.
One job, man. It's 2K24,
Maybe.
And Kobe is number 24. Come on.
But it also is coming out September 8th. So maybe the dude's like, well, we put the 8 on there because it's coming out on September 8th. So
nobody's going to remember what day it came out, jackass.
He's fighting for his job, kid.
But why are you? Why are you? You've established more character in this man who fucked up this cover than...
This is true, actually. Let that nigga get fired. Go ahead. We'll move on.
You know what? It's crazy to me, and I love it. It's that time of year. This is the last month where there's no football. Let's fucking go.
Oh, wow, yeah.
You're better for it.
Yeah, we're at baseball all-star game time, which also means that we're more than halfway through the baseball season, which is disappointing.
Yep. This is the
last. It's good for the Reds because the Reds are killing it. So
this is the last month without football until March, baby. Yeah. All right. Sega has said they are moving away from the blockchain plans.
Gee. I wonder why. It seems like it's such a massive success.
Said Sega will withhold IPs like Sonic or Yakuza from third-party blockchain projects. They're also shaving plans to develop its own game. Called the action and play to earn games boring.
Yep. Not a surprise there.
IO Interactive opens a brand new studio in Brighton. Exoprimal, please play our game showcase on July 10th at 4:30 p.m. What? Why do you have it direct 4 days before the game's out on Game Pass? Unless you really want people to play your game.
I mean, you're right. Like, I mean, you're right. I ain't gonna hold you. You're right. It's just because they're supposed to be announcing something new or whatever. I don't know. But the reason what I'm interested in is because they took a lot of feedback that came from the tech tests and stuff that they had earlier and like actively change stuff in the game because people complained, like what you and I complained about, like that whole versus the other team at the end. So that whole thing is now a separate mode. So I'm interested. Like, they might have, something even better, in addition to.
But I mean, it's
think
on Game Pass. Okay. It's out on Game Pass 4 days later.
Right. But that's Game Pass. They still got to get this PlayStation money and this PC money.
Ain't nobody going to buy this game.
Really?
No, this game is not going to do that well. Game Pass is the only thing that's going to make it viable for, let's say, a month. And it's not that I don't like the game. That is just the business now.
The reality, yeah. No, and I know you're right, because I don't want to say pretend, but I'm over here, rattling my saber, I guess, for the, like, yes, I'm not. Like, I'm interested in the game right now, but definitely by the time Starfield comes out. But then the fact that, games come so fast and furious here lately, like, we ain't even got time, to really invest in one, because now I get to be on to the next one because I got to get this review up or whatever else. So it's, I don't know.
I think I'll play that game, I'm going to guess 3 times.
Wow.
That's my beta. 3 more times than I'm going to play it.
Yeah, that's fair. I like the beta. I thought it was fun. But I just don't see myself dedicating to it. I just don't.
Yeah, I got you.
Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown Connect set for July 12th at 1 o'clock. And then Destiny 2 showcase set for August 22nd at 9 a.m. Specific time.
That's a very specific time.
It is a very specific time. What is BattleBit Remastered? Apparently it sold 1.8 million copies in less than 2 weeks.
Jesus.
I don't know what that is.
What is BattleBit
Remastered? BattleBit, okay, so BattleBit Remastered, it took me just a couple seconds, but it's like a Battlefield game, but it's done with, sort of like squared off graphics. The graphics aren't the point. The whole thing was like, hey, that Battlefield game sucked. We could recreate that. We just can't do the visual quality. And I guess they won people over because their rough version picked up a bunch of players, and this is now a remastered version, so it's slightly nicer looking, I suppose.
Okay. That makes sense.
It looks legit, too. Yeah, it's basically Battlefield, but with Minecraft graphics. Like, there's vehicles, there's exploding build. Like, wow. Good for them. Okay.
Yeah, cool. Street Fighter 6 managed to move 2 million copies, which is pretty good for a fighting game.
Yeah.
I think the only stuff that sells more than Street Fighter is Mortal Kombat and Smash, I believe, is like how the tier breaks. Or no, Tekken. Tekken outsells it. But 2 million copies for Street Fighter 6 is pretty good. Which, again, caused the comments online, because I guess Final Fantasy sold 3 million, Final Fantasy 16, and everybody called it a flop, and then Street Fighter 6 sold 2 million, and it's like, oh, it's a success. Final Fantasy's a little bigger than Street Fighter, but also the Final Fantasy numbers are weird because, like, didn't Final Fantasy 15 do like 10 million? And it's like Final Fantasy 16 at 3 million is pretty good for a 35 million install base. That's pretty good. Because it is only on PS5.
Yep.
So, but it's still disappointing overall, because if they'd put it on PC, if they'd put it on Xbox, if they'd managed to get it on last-gen consoles, it probably would have been around, 7 or 8 million. So, South Africa has approved the Activision Blizzard acquisition without conditions. And Microsoft says in the MS versus FTC trial that Sony is expected to release a PS5 Slim for $399, and the PS5 remote handheld Project Q later this year. PS5 Slim is just their reintroduction of the PS5 discless version. That's all it is.
That's funny.
Skullgirls is finally coming to Xbox after 8 years. And that's all the news I got. Yep, that's literally it. All right.
I hope we get a verdict this week.
Yeah, the fanboys licking their chops right now. Like, please.
Oh, man.
Man, I do not want to be anywhere near any of those people when this thing comes down, whichever way it goes.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Like, it is just going to be just disgusting on Twitter when this thing goes down. I am just... All I want is, like, fucking these games in Game Pass. Like, I don't care about anything else. Like, if they don't get it, oh well. But, like... God, some people make their lives about... Like, what are these people that have made their lives about this for the last year and a half going to do?
Right. They have to find something new to obsess over.
But, like, what is as big as this?
Not have a podcast.
That's true.
Yeah.
Like, all the YouTube channels are going to die, man.
This is our final episode.
Yes. The verdict is in. We quit. All right. I got an email from Antonio. It says, so it looks like there are 7 games releasing in September and October that I want, excluding 2 Game Pass games. I don't ever remember wanting that many games in such a short period of time. The good news is that I can afford it. The bad news is that I have one less kidney. There probably will never be another year as good as this year in regards to video games.
And we've said that a couple times.
What was it? 2000? What was the BioShock year? That was like one of the best.
2008.
2008.
Yeah, that was 2008. Yeah.
Like there was so much crap that year that was good. Like Mass Effect, I think, came out that year.
That was a great year for video games.
Like Red Dead Redemption. Like, was there a Zelda? Like, that was a crazy year. And that was back when there wasn't 6,000 video games. There was only like 2,000. So, but yeah,
2008. Hold on.
Okay.
Grand Theft Auto 4, Fallout 3, Call of Duty World at War, Metal Gear Solid 4, Left 4 Dead, Dead Space, Far Cry 2, Devil May Cry 4, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, Persona 4, Battlefield Bad Company, Little Big Planet. Yep.
So many bangers.
2, Mirror's Edge.
1998
Braid,
was also good.
Yeah.
Maybe 2028 will be the next time that we get a real banger year after this one.
Maybe, but that one makes this one an anomaly, right?
Yeah, it does.
All right.
Maybe that means all the games that are going to come out this fall actually suck, and we just don't know it yet.
I mean, it's possible, but do you really expect Spider-Man to suck?
Absolutely not.
That's what I'm saying. Like that, like Starfield,
Yeah.
I don't expect to suck. Mortal Kombat, I definitely don't expect to suck. Like, there's been
2 came out that year. Yeah, 2008 was crazy. Sorry.
Tekken supposed to be out this year. Like,
Yeah.
and we've already had like there's shit that happened earlier this year that I done forgot about. Like Hi-Fi Rush, I keep forgetting that game came out.
Oh
this year.
yeah, definitely. One of my favorite games of the year.
But there's too many. There's too many of my favorite games of
Hogwarts
the year.
Legacy was this year. Like there's already there's a lot of stuff this year already.
Man, Hogwarts feels like it's 5 years old at this point.
Right? it was literally February.
Jesus Christ, this year. God damn. He said he saw that Stray was leaving PlayStation Plus, which finally got me to play it. Finished it a couple days ago and enjoyed it. And honestly felt a little sad towards the end. I also thought the sewer area was weird because of design choice involving what was on the walls. I don't know, man. I didn't make it out the first level of that game. I found it atrociously boring. Just like, ugh.
Never played it.
Yeah, it's a cat game.
But what I did hear is maybe I heard that there's a demo or something maybe coming or up already of a game that my son and I were both kind of excited for called Little Kitty in the Big City.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Now
That
I gotta
sounds like
look
some
it up.
Switch shit.
Now I gotta find it. Hold on. Little Kitty, Big City. It's kind of like Untitled Goose Game, but it's about a cat.
You like steal farmers' keys and shit?
Kind of. Yeah. Oh, maybe
And it's
it's.
a black cat, like my
Yep, demo.
cat. Oh,
Yeah, Little
I
Kitty,
wanna
Big
play
City
that.
demo is live. It's
I
live
don't. I
on
don't.
Steam.
I don't see color, so it don't matter.
Yes.
Oh my god.
You probably like Oil Man. Yeah, so it's kind of like Untitled Goose Game, but it just looks like a cute little game. It's coming to Steam and to Switch.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm gonna mess with that. I want to play Stray because I saw it was coming to Xbox. I don't know. I like cats are like the only pets that I really vibe with, and just because cats are like they just do that, like they come to you for some pets and some food, and they're like, all right, nigga, I'm gonna go do me for a little bit. And it's like, all right, go ahead, and then you come back later. You know what I mean? Like I appreciate that about my cat.
He says, I also started playing A Plague Tale Requiem. I'm enjoying it, but not so much the uneven FPS. Other than that, I recently surpassed 20,000 miles driven in Gran Turismo 7. That's a lot of carbon emissions.
Wow. Yeah.
That is a lot of carbon emissions. That's some like fucking my Overwatch stats right there.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's some crazy stats out there. Twitter. I have one tweet. Undertaker says, not the Undertaker, by the way. Just I want to clarify that.
I was about to say, shit, Undertaker's a fan? That's awesome.
Mr. Calloway has no idea we exist. It's fine. Another great show. I was listening to your comments about Diablo 4's enemy scaling. Once you guys jump to tiers 3 or 4, you will find gear that will make you feel immensely more powerful, especially if you drop back down to tier 2 to complete those aspects of power.
Okay, good.
I read that and I'm like, okay, so what you're telling me is that the game feels good after 70 hours. Got it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's... Man,
that's what y'all said about dashing simulate. No, damn, what's it called? Death Stranding. Jesus, sorry, I had a stroke for a second there. Death Stranding. Death Stranding didn't feel good till after. Dashing simulator is not too far from what Death Stranding really is about. Let's be honest. But anyways, y'all said that didn't feel good until 40 hours in. That game started to get good, right?
No.
Maybe y'all not personally, but a lot of people I've heard say that.
I will shoot that down every time. Like, I'm at a point in my life where if your game ain't good in the first 30 minutes, we done. If I'm not reviewing it, if I'm not reviewing it, if you don't feel good in the first 30 minutes, we done. Like, I ain't got time for your shit.
If it ain't interesting in the first 30 minutes, because it can be kind of shitty, but if it's interesting, I'll stay on board.
Yeah.
But
I think that's kind of where I'm at too. Like, if it's something that gets too frustrating, because like, I don't even agree with that with Death Stranding, but I know that's what, I guess it wasn't y'all that said it, but I heard a lot of people say like, oh yeah, the game you got to play it. It gets good about 40 hours in. And I'm like, well, look, I'm an old man now. I ain't got 40 hours just to get started. I mean, Jesus, like that's a lot. That's a full game right there. But yeah.
Dashing.
Shut up.
I don't know.
I still have not played that game. So
Death
one of these
Stranding?
days,
Oh, you
maybe.
should.
Oh yeah, you should 100% play Death Stranding.
I've restarted it on PC because I can't finish it on PS5. I'm not back to where I was on PS5, but I'm curious to what I'm missing out on because that one was the director's cut, and the one on Game Pass is just the regular version. So I don't remember what the difference is, but like, yeah, you definitely should, Ryan. It's, oh my god,
do you like Metal Gear Solid at all?
Yes.
Except for
you
3,
would like
he's
that.
never finished 3.
Yeah, 3 I've never finished.
Was it the
my
controls?
corrupted memory card?
Oh,
No,
okay.
it's his memory card thing.
Yeah,
this
I
plays more like
tried
3.
I tried three different copies of Metal Gear Solid 3 on my PlayStation 2, and my memory card got corrupted on all 3 copies. So I said, you know what? I'm just not meant to play this game.
No,
so
that was part of Kojima's plan with that game. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Transparring.
that's right.
Yeah, transparring.
All right, that's all the news. It's all the tweets. It's all the emails. It's everything I got. for this week.
You gave it everything you got.
I did, and we got Terrence halfway through the show, so that's always a bonus.
Terrence didn't do his fondling, though.
He didn't. Did you want to do that?
No. I can. Yeah. I'll just real quick because man, what play? I mean, the only thing that even I can think about right now is the demo for the Warhammer Realms of Ruin. Well, it wasn't really a demo; it's an open beta. I like it. So it took. Luckily, they put in there dashing simulator. God dang. Luckily, they put where you can fight against the AI because it's a multiplayer beta, and that game has a lot of different controls, at least on the controller. That you need for that type of game, RTS, but it was a little daunting. So I did some practice matches with the AI to get stuff under, learn stuff, and then I went in versus people and won my first couple of matches. I was pretty excited. But it's basically like Dawn of War, just with the, I guess, the Age of Sigmar folks. So there's control points, and that's how you win the match. It plays out like a match of domination. Both sides have 700, and if you control one of the 3 points, you'll start to eat away at the opponent's 700, like their resources or whatever. So the more you control, the faster you eat that away. And then around that is like the little resource nodes that you can control that will get you more of the resource to do your building. And then you can put stuff on, like you build like towers and stuff on top of those resource nodes. So it's not like the StarCraft where you build up a whole base and defend it and all that stuff. Everything is kind of like on the fly. So once you get the controls down, it's pretty easy to pick up. But it plays a lot like Dawn of War. So definitely looking forward to that coming out later this year. Beyond that, I honestly can't remember anything else I haven't played. I haven't probably played so much.
Cool.
That's it.
Cool. All right. Well, I don't have anything else. I don't know what's going on with Twitter, so it just is what it is. If you want to follow us, it's not that hard to figure out. Send us emails, podcast, ZTGD.com. That's where you should be sending stuff.
Yes.
You get more text.
You do get more text, but I don't. Twitter's just weird right now. Like
that too. Twitter might not load, or it won't load any more tweets because you've used your eyes too much on their website.
I did sign up for Blue Sky.
You've used their website
Threads,
too much.
And nothing's happening on those two. Like I don't even open them anymore.
Threads is where it's at, apparently. I haven't set up a Threads account.
Dude, I've been on Threads for like 2 weeks, and like it is just one dude that I know, like talking nonstop, and everything else is just trash. Like
nice.
Like one dude decided that was his jam, and he went over there, and he's just making all kinds of posts, and like everybody else I follow on there is like just not even using it. So
nice. Okay.
Yeah. There's too much Zuckerberg in my feed. He tweets all the time, or he threets. Is that what we call it? Threeting?
It's a threet. Yeah, we're threeting.
Threet. It's better than a skeet.
It's true.
It's better. I was about to say it's 100% better than a skeet.
I'm gonna tell you, Blue Sky is exactly the same. Like everybody I follow over there's one dude that's just made that his home, and like every time I load it up, there's like 50 tweets from him and none from anybody else I follow. Like cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'll stick to Twitter until it dies. Whatever. Anyway, that's it for this week. Nobody has anything else. We'll get out of here. Peace, bitch.
Alrighty. And it goes something like this.